All right, YouTube. So guess what I'm doing today? I am replacing this with that Cascade link. This is a 2019 Kona Process CR 29er. All right, so I'm going to actually make a little tutorial of how to replace this link. I'm still learning certain things. I'm going to remove the back wheel so that it's not as weighted as I'm doing it on the stand. I already got the shock bolts out. So far you can see where that's going to go. Little rough look. I think it's going to look pretty badass with the black link there. It's going to color match that bike pretty well. I'll be back. So I went ahead and removed the back wheel so I can get this moving. So once you remove this center nut, this bolt right here, you're gonna have to remove this as well with a number 6, I believe. Yep, with the number 6. Alright, I wish I had somebody come hold this camera for me, but I'm going to do this in the little video tidbit sections. I'm only doing this for those who haven't done it before, so I hope this helps. So back here, this nut is going to go inside here. You have to remove, I'm sorry, this bolt. This bolt has to be removed, okay, before you can remove this bolt here. Alright. So once you move this out of this, right, then you can turn this. I know this video sucks, but then you can remove this. So I'm keeping the groups of nuts together as they go. This is for the head of the shock trunnion mount, right on either side. This is for the middle pivot. These are for the rear pivots of the shock. So now you're gonna push this out that way, this one in this way, and this one out that way. All right, we're back. Changed the video a little bit, made it more super wide angle so you can actually see both shocks side by side. It's crazy how much lighter this carbon link is compared to the Cascade. This one's about 240 grams, and this one's 495 grams. So what's that? I think that's over a pound, I believe, if I'm right. But it looks different. It definitely does. So I'm going to install it. I will say that I'm going to clean all this. All right, I'm going to spare you all that from the camera. I'm going to clean this. This feels very smooth. I mean, the way this rocker arm moves, there's like no resistance at all. I mean, the suspension type on this is ridiculous. The bearings feel awesome. There's just some grit over them that I got to clean. I'm going to clean these as well. Also, when you take this off, the rear linkage, these washers come out, and I did not notice which one was on the inside and which one was on the outside. So I'm going to figure that out, and I'll let you guys know. All right. So these washers, the big one goes on the outside. The little one goes on the inside to basically, they're like dust covers. So I figured that much out. Not to install. I basically greased all this with bearing grease, bicycle bearing grease, to basically stop dirt from going inside the bearing, because even though they're sealed, there's still like little gaps in there and stuff can still seep in there. So I'll put it in just for that little extra protection, and I'm going to wipe around and take the excess grease off and all that stuff. All right, this was a pain in the butt. This was a lot harder and I thought it was going to be. I had to get my 13-year-old in here that's very mechanically inclined to come help me to put this in. So it's in there. Now I'm gonna finish tucking everything to spec according to a spec sheet. If you want the spec sheet for this, I will just send me a message and I'll send it to you. Yeah, that was a pain in the butt. All right, fellas, installation is complete. I think she looks mighty fine, mighty fine. So mods, all right, this is what I did. This thing came stock with WTB KOM rims. I found a set, I got lucky, of Mavic wheels, or Mavic, however you want to pronounce it, for $200 with a SRAM 900 hub, 54 points of engagement. You can hear it right there. Let me go ahead and stop that. Right, the reverb that came on this bent on me because I'm a big boy. I was like 325 at the time. Now I'm 292, something around there. So I put a 200mm dropper post on there by XSend. You already see the Cascade link, right? These are like imitation one-up pedals from Amazon, but they work. I love them. I got a bunch of them on other bikes. Let's see what else I have. I put the Code R brakes that I got on sale on eBay. I went ahead and put a 31.8 because I had a Spank Uzi bar that was 38mm rise because I'm 6'2", and there's the new Debonair in there, 2021 with 170mm air shaft, brace face grips. And I messed up the GX. So if you guys didn't know, this is a GX shifter right here. I went ahead and tried it out. As I read, it worked. This is a SLX 12-speed derailleur. Works awesome. If anybody tells you that it's not gonna work, they're lying to you. Dial it in, good to go, have no problems. The shift's even better now. I really enjoy it. I'd rather have a Shimano derailleur anyway. I think that's about it. My tires are Vittoria Goma 2.9. They don't make them anymore. Can't find them. 29er, I'm sorry, 2.4. But they actually measure about 2.56 in size. They're high volume tires. If I could find another one, I'd keep getting them. Like, I love those tires. I think that's it, man. I haven't done anything else to the bike. Everything else is stock. Yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to set my sag and I will report. I will add to this video. I know the video is really choppy. I'm not used to making YouTube videos. But yeah, everything is torqued to spec. This was 17 meters. The middle was 22 millimeters. I could not find a torque spec to this, so I just torqued it to the RockShox spec. I didn't touch this, but I checked it. It's good to go. Yep, just gotta clean my drivetrain right here a little bit because I went to Shirando Lake yesterday, and that was pretty fun. Yeah, that's about it, man. I really hope you guys. I hope this helps. If you have any problems, let me know. There was a big gap here, pretty big gap here. Once you put this in, but once you tighten this down to spec, it kind of closes the gap right here, and then that's about it. So I was running 290 psi on here to get 30 to 35% sag. I know they're saying that you have to put a whole lot more in there and that you should run it at about 28%, 25% sag. I don't want it that harsh, so I'm going to play with this a little bit and see. It's really pouring and raining outside, so what I'm going to do is just set my sag on this platform that I have here from powerlifting. Yeah, that's it. All right, I set my sag. That's where it's about, right there. It's about 30% sag. That would be 35 right there, just below the line. So there was right about there, which is probably about 30 to 32%. I'm gonna leave it there. It's at 210 psi right now. I mean 310 psi right now. The max is 325 on these. So I'm gonna try to go out tomorrow, and in the description I will leave a trail report. So this is a little different. As you can see, there's some space here, how it kind of exposes the bearing a little bit compared to the old linkage. The old linkage kind of covered that. There was no washers or anything on the inside that actually showed to cover that. So that's one thing I probably don't like. But beggars can't be choosers, right? But man, it looks pretty badass like that. It really does. Let's see how it rides. Alright, like, subscribe. I'm gonna try to put some more YouTube content out there for us big boys and for anybody else watching. Alright, peace out, YouTube.